Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Altynay and my colleague is Aliya, and today we're going to talk about the role of translation in bringing global gaps. And our guest is Adilzhan Anay.
Hello.
Okay, welcome to our podcast. So let's start with the basics. In your experience, how does translation go beyond just converting with the truly bridge cultural gaps in global business?
I would say that translation is not the process of simply conveying the messages or, let's say, rendering them into another language. It's a truly bridging, as you called it, between cultures that fosters the development of diverse spheres, starting from finances to cultural interaction and so on. And translators here play a crucial role, because it's in their hands and tongues how well they can convey the messages into the target language appropriately, fully, meaningfully, so that the target audience gets the 100% of the information.
Okay, next, you have to work on complex global projects. Let's say, how you share an example where translation or a lack of cultural adaptation caused challenges, and how it's, let's say, resolved.
I faced several cases during my translation experience when the target audience couldn't fully grasp the meaning of the speaker. For example, I remember one case when the speaker from, as far as I remember, he was from Greece. So this Greek speaker told some jokes about the Greek culture. But it was a tough challenge to translate it into Kazakh so the audience can really appreciate that. The solution to that was to find some equivalent in Kazakh humor and translate it in that way. As a result, the audience laughed. But I also remember one funny case when my colleague sitting just beside me couldn't find the appropriate equivalent, but at that moment he saw that the speaker was expecting that the audience must laugh because he told an incredibly funny joke up to him. So the translator there simply told the audience, "Енді қазір күлу керек, күлсеңіздер." And everybody started laughing, not because of this awkward, funny situation. Everybody started laughing, but the speaker thought that my joke sounded funny. Yes, so it's okay like that. So as you said, there are lots of cases when cultural peculiarities can cause some challenges, and translators are, they are responsible. They're responsible for the right, proper, correct interpretation of those peculiarities so that the target audience, together with the speaker, they are satisfied enough.
Okay, thanks. Next question. Different regions have their own ways of communicating. How do you adjust translations to fit the specific needs of people from different cultural backgrounds?
I would say that it's not that difficult today because the world has been globalized enough that there are only few moments that can cause some difficulties in overcoming these cultural challenges, I would say. That's why I would say right now our job as translators, as interpreters, is becoming easier and easier in this aspect. In this aspect. But still, if to talk about, sorry, what was the question?
How do you adjust translations to fit the specific needs of people from different cultural backgrounds?
Yeah, okay. So, if to talk about specific needs of our cultural background, I would say that proverbs, especially Kazakh proverbs, let's say, or English proverbs into Kazakh proverbs. So, proverbs are still something that interpreters, let's say, are not fond of because you need to find the equivalent. So proverbs are one of those few moments, cultural moments that may cause some misunderstanding. Apart from that, I would also say that humor, let's say the style of humor, way of humor in different cultures may cause this misunderstanding. So, and what else? Well, that's it. In all other parts, well, as far as I remember, we don't have any challenges because, as I said, the world has been globalized, and more or less, the audiences are becoming similar to each other in this aspect. Yes.
So thanks, Mr. Adilzhan, for coming and sharing
That's it,
with your
yeah?
expertise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was truly interesting and informative conversation ever.
Okay.
So see you next time.
Yeah,
thanks for your-
I'm glad I've been useful, at least. I
thank
wish
you
you
too.
good mark in your final.
Thanks.
Hello everyone, today my colleague Inzhumarzhan and me, Zhanerke, are going to take an interview from the translator who translated the Harry Potter into Kazakh language, Sayat Mukhamediyar.
Thank you.
Welcome to our podcast, and let's start our interview.
Thank you for having me.
And first question, what are some common mistakes campaigns make when it comes to adapting their visual aspects of communication for different mistakes?
Oh, so whenever a company trying to go international or expand their operations into different regions, they may occur with cultural or regional differences of one language. Let's say it's English, British English, American English, or New Zealand, Australian English, and so on. Or there might be a cultural or even other differences. For example, there's a, let's say, Arabic script is written from from left to right, while European and major other scripts are written from right to left. So that's one of the kind of layout changes in when you go across languages. Also, we have Chinese characters, Japanese characters, and etc. So it depends on the when you use one for all languages font or layout, it can cause troubles in different languages. For example, let's say about Kazakh language. It's comparing to English, we tend to lengthy words because we add extra endings to compensate this with articles and prefixes and so on. We compensate it by adding endings, so it can get lengthier. So in this case, we have a trouble of adapting it or localizing it. So learning the general basics of localization and some regional differences and some regulations that could help companies to work more effectively.
Thank you for your answers. And as you know, in nowadays, artificial intelligence become more popular as machine translation. And do you think that human translators will be essential in the future?
Of course. One of my professors said that artificial intelligence or machine translation will never replace a human translator. But now one may say that it can replace it. But I think he also added that human translator with artificial intelligence and machine translation will replace a human translator without machine translation. So here we can add artificial intelligence. So those translators, linguists who are using artificial intelligence to do their jobs faster, more more efficient, they will replace all other linguists who are not working with these new technologies. So we have to adapt to coming technologies. So that's called destructive technologies, because they're destructing the way how this is going on in all spheres, and we are building a new world where this artificial intelligence will dominate, but human translators, human linguists need to kind of check everything, and they need to work as an operator. Okay.
So artificial intelligence will be our assistant, yes?
Yeah, assistant. So we need to work together right now. So use the best thing which artificial intelligence is providing for human translators, and also add some creativity, which is only particular feature of human beings. So while we combine both this kind of advantages of both sides, we could get better results.
Okay. Thank you for your answers and for coming today.
Thank you.
I think our podcast will be helpful for future translators and for us too. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.